Do-do-do, skiddly-doo, bloppity-blop, boop-boop, skidoop. Okay, folks, good morning. This is Jeffrey. Welcome back to the Desert Inkwell. We have a Valentine's Day special for you. I can't with myself, but I tried. A Valentine's Day special for you. Actually, I have 5 pens for you today for Valentine's Day. We're not going to do a real deep dive into any of them. This is just to give you some ideas for possible Valentine's Day presents for others or yourself. So the first one that we're going to look at today is the Jinhao 9019. She's thick, I'm not going to lie. This is a wider pen. It's a girthier barrel. Okay, the next pen is another affordable pen. This is the Jinhao X159. This is about the size of a Mont Blanc 149. So if that's a pen you're considering getting but you're unsure of the size, I really recommend taking a look at the Jinhao X159 as a way to sort of test run the size of the pen, because a larger pen's not for everyone. Alrighty, our next pen that we'll take a look at today is this vintage looking beauty. This is a metal enameled pen. It is the Jinhao, and I don't know how to pronounce this word, no, I can't spell either. You'll notice that on this channel, I can't spell. The pen is still no, BAOER 516 series stainless steel nib. Take a look at this clip. Look at that clip action. Love it. And then maybe you're really trying to keep things simple. Give somebody a different opportunity, or yourself. And so you want to try maybe this gorgeous red dip pen. Now these are really affordable. You can find these on Amazon for anywhere from $2, with some artisan dip pens being in the $100 to $300 range. But for this video, we're just sticking to this. This red one came in a set of 6. I believe the set of 6 was $11 or $12. So you get a reasonable bang for your buck in terms of having multiple pens. Obviously, we're highlighting the red today because it's Valentine's Day. Who doesn't love something red on Valentine's Day? Our final pen today is a new one to my collection, and that is the Esterbrook Estie. This pen is gorgeous. A staple in many people's collections. They come in some different colors. They have a wide variety of nibs, and generally you can find them new from $150 up to about $250, depending if they have any special features. If they're one of the oversized models, you can find them on the pre-owned market, downwards from there. An important thing to remember with Estes is you can change the nibs. So the nibs are interchangeable. You can actually even change this section here. This portion, as we discussed, is the section. You can change that. Esterbrook sells one that will allow you to use their vintage nibs on the fountain pen. So a lot of people really enjoy that vintage writing experience. They look different. Writing, if you look at letters from your grandparents or your great-grandparents, the writing looked different. The pen nibs were different. People's handwriting was different. Certainly, at our parents, grandparents, and great-grandparents' times, penmanship was a subject that was taught. It was valued. We're all clacking around on these plastic keys, and we're losing the art of writing. We're going to talk about all things red ink, pink ink, red pens, and maybe even get into the trials and tribulations of a very serious topic, conversation arts, and whether those should or should not be a Valentine's Day staple. All right, let's get into the top down. Okay, everybody. First, a quick question. If you would answer down in the comments, conversation hearts, keep or get rid of? I'm telling you, my vote is keep. I love these things. They're like giant blobs of Necco wafers because, yes, I was born in 1802. Okay, so we have 5 perfectly themed pens for Valentine's Day. Esterbrook Estie in Scarlet. A name I still can't pronounce, Bauer, but it was by Jinhao, this red enamel pen. This gorgeous red and white swirl glass dip pen. We have the Jinhao 9019 in the transparent pink, and the Jinhao X159, I think, in wine red. Price points for these from right to left. This is about $7 to $9. $13, about $2 because they come in a pack. Believe it, this was $5. And then the Esterbrook Estie, depending, you can get them in a set, like in a bundle with some other items. I'll show you that in a second. Or by itself. So your price ranges $150 if you can find it on sale, up to $250, $300 if it's an Estie oversized. Also depends on which nib you put in there. Estie has a huge range of nibs. I'm sorry, Esterbrook has a huge range of nibs. So let me clear this out. Then I'll show you what the bundle looks like. Actually, let's go to inks first. Okay, so my son and I had a fun time pulling some ink colors for Valentine's Day. We have Mont Blanc's Moderna Red, which looks a little more orangey red on paper. We have the Sailor Shikiori. I'm not sure which color this is because I can't read the label, but I think it's like a pinkish color. What do you think? And then Ferris Wheel Press, and this is Pink Sugar Beach. This is a pink ink, and if you can see it there at the bottom, that has some blue and iridescent shimmer in the ink. This cute little bottle is not cute. This is Song of Scarlet. This is another Ferris Wheel Press ink. This is red with a blue shimmer or sheen. And then some really affordable inks. You can get these as low as like $3 or $4 on Cult Pens, up to $7 or $8, maybe $15 on Amazon if you just need it fast. I have Matador Red, Ruby Red, Wild Strawberry, and Hope Pink. Now I have written with the Hope Pink, and my son has been using Wild Strawberry in a Jinhao Shark, and I've seen the ink on paper. It looks really nice. And then Robert Oster Cherry Blossom is a great color. I feel like that would be a great match for this Jinhao 9019. So let me walk you through this Esterbrook bundle that I received in the mail. A couple other items that Esterbrook has for sale if you're looking for an affordable gift for a loved one or for yourself. This is an Esterbrook bookmark. It's brass. You can see it's engraved with Esterbrook's logo. These are fantastic to hold a planner or journal pages down while you're writing. Heck, it's even just a great bookmark. That's solid brass, and that's about $14.95, I believe, at esterbrook.com. This is the Esterbrook Estie bundle. Now, I got this on a special offer. Special offer? What am I, British? I got this on sale at Drumgoals. Based on the price of the pen, I thought I was just ordering the pen. And so when this arrived, the whole bundle, I was over the moon. So this was a great deal. Let's get into the bundle. Right away, like, this is an experience gift, right? You're not just getting the pen. This pretty much tells you what we're going to get. We're going to get a canvas pen case. We're going to get a pen, our ink converter, some pocket journals, and some ink cartridges. Hey, look at this. So we have the tiniest love letter from Esterbrook, probably to me, telling me I can activate my pen. I'm assuming that's for the warranty. I sure will keep that tiny little letter. So we have some ink cartridges. Let's see how many. Looks like a pack of 5. Those appear to be black ink. You know, when one of these is done, you can flush this out with like a blunt tip syringe and put any ink color you want in there. Or Esterbrook does sell these in additional colors, but that's really good to have. They're good to travel with because you don't have to worry about traveling with an inkwell. For those who do know me, you'll know that I love green. And so, what a fantastic... That's a little single pen sleeve, Esterbrook's logo. This is really sturdy canvas. And then that's like a micro suede. Let's take a look at these pocket notebooks. You know, one of the things when you start using fountain pens is you need to be intentional with the paper that you're using. And then, of course, my gorgeous baby. This is the Scarlet Estie. I did get the palladium plated. So I have a couple Esties. I really enjoyed the color story on the Scarlet. I thought it was highlighted best by the silver or palladium trim, number 6 Yowo nib, and it's marked Esterbrook 1858. And I did get this in a fine nib. This pen unscrews here at the section. We have, remember, our converter. So this is a converter. This is the body of the pen and the cap. There is a mechanism. I don't know if you can see it in there. I believe it's called a slip seal. It helps to keep your ink wet in the pen longer. Maybe that's one of the things that draws me to the Esterbrook. The finish is really nice. You know, they're not inexpensive, but they're not at the top of the price range. So we're going to go ahead and get this pen inked up. I had a specific request today from my son that we ink this up with Song of Scarlet. I am a little nervous about the fine nib and the shimmer, so we'll give it a go and flush it out if we need to. We're going to go ahead and get this filled. So we're going to turn this plunger all the way down by turning it counterclockwise. We're going to dip this in, and nothing is going to happen. I will say Ferris wheel press makes some pretty inks, but sometimes these little bottles. So we're just going to dip the converter in. All right, we'll get that cleaned up. We're going to put our converter back in and wipe off the nib here. We're going to turn this dial counterclockwise until we see in the feed the ink starting to move up the feed. You noticed I could not get this pen into this bottle. If it's a narrow bottle you're working with, and I could have used this, there's this thing called an ink miser. It's a little clear, looks like a little vase. You put the ink in, you can fill your pen, and then you use a little pipette. Remember these from science class? And then you put the ink back in the bottle. We're going to ink up this one because I am just fascinated. There's a sealing mechanism here. This pen, it's not heavy, but it has a little weight to it. So we're going to ink up this Jinhao, and we're going to use this ink miser. I've filled this up with Matador Red from Diamine. I've been inked. Attack of the Red Ink. All right. We got this inked up. That is a push cap, and again, what a great clip. All right, we're gonna set this red ink aside in a place where I am less likely to spill it. And I think we'll use this this notebook now for these videos, and then we can kind of keep track of where we've been. And so we're going to say page 1. So again, this is the Esterbrook Estie with a fine nib. If you want to use shimmer and sheening inks, I really do recommend a medium or a broad or a stub. Esterbrook's Post, by the way, I do like posting. This color is really amazing. There's some great chatoyance. Chatoyance is a fancy word for this kind of little deep shimmery something under there. Now, in between this red kind of cracked ice resin, there's some blue here. So this pen really lends itself to some pink ink, red ink, purple, blues, and of course you can always put black in there. Now let's try this super affordable Jinhao Bauer, I think we're deciding we're calling it. Shiny little black section. I don't know what size nib that is. Oh, look at that. Bauer. Baoer. It says it right on the nib. Probably not going to be able to see that. That is a perfect ink, I think. And that pen, yeah, I mean, there's some feedback. Feedback is where you can feel the paper through the pen. So you can certainly hear it. Let's see if we can hear the Esterbrook. Sure can. If you're looking for a value buy, I'm not gonna lie, this is nice looking. It's giving me vintage car vibes. Also giving me kind of the curve of a high heel shoe back here. It's bullet shaped. It's Maryland red lipstick. Yeah, I mean, for $5, throw it in your bag. We live in the desert and we get scorpions in the summer. And so our pest control guy has arrived to spray outside and make sure none of those nasty nasties show up. So I'm going to switch to swatching some of these pens and different inks for you on this page while I play a little Valentine's Day music, and then we'll be back.
A little different than all the rest. I'm quite old-fashioned where I had sometimes played chess. And when I'm out, I'm looking for that vintage fling. But all complexions that I adore, so hard to find, these seem impossible to score. So I dream on to someday find that vintage love. I kept on looking, but
Quick review here. We have at the very top, this is Ferris Wheel Press, Song of Scarlet. And then we have Diamine Matador Red, Diamine Ruby Red, Diamine Wild Strawberry, Diamine Moderna Red. These two look a little similar, I'm not gonna lie. Ferris Wheel Press, Pink Sugar Beach. Doesn't look like I got too much of that shimmer, but you can faintly kind of see it. Sailor Shikiori, and I apologize, I still don't know the name of that ink. And then Robert Oster Cherry Blossom. So if we're just comparing those again, see that Robert Oster Cherry Blossom really would be an excellent match. So if you're looking at giving that gift, this pen is available on Amazon, I think for about $13. I think Robert Oster Cherry Blossom may be, but this bottle is $20 or less. So really about $35 range. You know, you have a fun Valentine's themed gift for somebody. If they're a more serious collector, maybe go with the Esterbrook, but I like a variety of pens at a variety of price points. So you see this Jinhao 9019 in transparent pink really is a phenomenal match to the Robert Oster Cherry Blossom. That would make a nice Valentine's Day gift. The Esterbrook would. I feel like this Bauer Jinhao it's a decent writer. It's small. It's metal, so I feel like it's not going to get so damaged in your bag. But it has some nice lines for $5. I know I would be happy to receive any of those. Maybe not as much this X159. I have one in green. I love it. It's a big, pretty nib. You get good bang for your buck with Jinhao. You know, is it going to be the writing experience of a Mont Blanc 149? Absolutely not. But there we go. Lined up just for Valentine's Day. To wrap things up, everybody, I'm always going to vote for the Estie. The other winner of today was this Jinhao Bauer, Baoehrh. The clip is fantastic. The nib was nice. It was just overall a very put together, classy looking pen. This pen can be found on some online sites for as low as $5. So that is a great way to get into the fountain pen hobby without breaking the bank. This has been Jeffrey with the Desert Inkwell. Take care. I'll see you next Sunday. Have a great week. Bye.
A little different than all the rest. Quite old-fashioned where I had sometimes played chess.